Here with head coach Chad Miller after an impressive weekend a weekend ago, one that earned you a home match this weekend to start SoCon tournament play. Coach, talk about the transition going from the emotional high that was winning at ETSU to now locking in for postseason play in the SoCon tournament this Sunday.
Yeah, when you get into the tournament, the mentality is completely different than the regular season. I feel like when you get to this time of year, you can take records and seeds and throw them out the window. It's all about performing, showing up and having the right mentality and learning from what you've gained over the season and applying it to the game. So it's a new season. We're excited about it. We're very happy to be at home, but we realize that you got to perform to get the job done.
Talk about that final weekend and knowing the opportunity to potentially get one of those coveted top 4 seeds and to host was a possibility, and then earning that. What kind of confidence does that give your team going into the weekend?
I think it gives us confidence for sure. ETSU, we've, I believe, I'm not positive, I think we dropped the last 4 games against them. They're a travel partner, and we know them well. We have a lot of respect for them. Came out in the first half of that game and really didn't play well and got down a goal and kind of regrouped at halftime, talked about some things, and talked about the opportunity that was in front of them and kind of not letting it slip, and played a really good second half, came out and scored 2 goals and won it. And, you know, having the ability to play here in the first round is something we haven't done in 10 years. So it's special, and very proud of them. I think they obviously very confident in themselves, kind of the way we've been down the stretch, and we're ready to go.
So many times in postseason play you talk about who the veteran leaders are, and you have an array of them that you can go to, especially this time around, starting off at home. But Casey Cook, just talk about the leadership she has for this team both on and off the field.
I mean, I think I've said this before in these interviews. This group's special. It's different than some of the groups I've had here in the past. I think if you look at the seniors alone, something that's not really talked about that probably is unknown to the people that are not in our inner circle. Anna Mellis scores the game winner on Sunday. 5 ACL surgeries. Mm-hmm. She came back. She tore her ACL at ETSU, so back to the place where she tore it last year. Scores the game winner. She scored 3 goals in her career, all 3 game winners. Just a champion, the heart of a champion. Casey Cook, sophomore year, had massive toe reconstruction. Redshirted that year, got diagnosed with a melanoma on her arm. Her junior year had a chunk of her arm taken out. Came back after that, was our leading scorer. Broke her sinus cavity against Chattanooga this year, is wearing a face shield. Just gets it done. I mean, she does whatever it takes to lead this team. Dee Walker, another senior, played in 21 games prior to her senior year. This year she started every game, scored 4 goals. So that group alone has really been a great example for the rest of the group. And then our 3 captains, Casey Cook's one of them. Allie Frankerney has started her first 2 years here, hasn't played a game in 2 years, had 2 massive hip surgeries, had one yesterday. Is still a major part of who we are and what we're about. And then Megan McAllister. Megan McAllister transferred from Charlotte last year, played in 5 games, broke her arm, her left arm at App State in an exhibition, got cleared, came back, played 5 games, broke her other arm, her humerus, and only played 5 games. This year she's our leading scorer and has scored 10 goals, which hadn't been done since 2001. And so that's our leadership core along with everybody else on the team. But this year's team has really bought in to that concept of next man up and really being about the whole.
Looking ahead now, your opponent Sunday in VMI, a tough match last time you played in Lexington, but this time you get them on your home soil. Talk us a little bit through VMI and things that you might like to do against them tactically.
Yeah, VMI is a tough team to play against. If you look at their results this season, they played everybody very tight. They play a different system than we're used to seeing. They put a lot of people in the midfield, and so you have to kind of game plan and have tactics involved in how you want to play to be successful within that. They're a very tough mentality group. They'll play for 90 minutes or whatever it takes. We have a lot of respect for them. At their place, we won in overtime. Sarah McKenna scored the game winner in overtime, but it was not easy, and we don't expect it to be easy this Sunday. It'll take our best to get by them.
So many times in postseason play, you talk about goalkeeping, and you've had a pair that have done a tremendous job this year. Talk about when you have the depth, especially in the net defensively, what that does for the rest of your back 4.
I think Jackie's really risen to the occasion the last 2.5 weeks. Nat got injured. She's been out. and we were kind of splitting time with them. So it's kind of been all on Jackie, and she's performed well. You know, the thing I look back at this year, and I talked about it earlier in the season, we're really young in the back. We basically have 3 freshmen starting back there in terms of experience, and then Shannon Burns and the goalkeeper, both really freshmen. So we've had some learning curve. You know, we've had some games where we've given up some goals we probably shouldn't have. But I think as the season's progressed, we've gotten better and better, and the confidence level has grown. And Jackie's got the ability to make big saves in games, you know, and she's done that for us a couple of times down the stretch. So I have a lot of confidence in her, and I think that back 4 unit has grown tremendously.
Going to Sunday, as we approach match day, what's the biggest key for your team between now and then?
I think just preparing mentally. You know, obviously we're going to prepare them as coaches, but preparing mentally and being excited about the opportunity. That's the thing I keep telling them. It's just you put yourself in a place to have an unbelievable opportunity. Now we just got to take advantage of it.
Coach, thank you so much for your time, and we look forward to a fun way to close out homecoming weekend.
Thank you.